Hello, WeHo. It's Eddie Robinson from WeHo TV News. Joining me to discuss business resources in the city of West Hollywood during the COVID-19 pandemic is business analyst Tara Worden. Tara, thank you for being with us. So please tell me, how has the city of West Hollywood responded to the impacts commercial tenants face in the city because of the coronavirus pandemic?
The City of West Hollywood has adopted several strategies to provide businesses relief during these unprecedented times. We have deferred collection of assessments and fees for businesses and loosened restrictions to allow businesses to adjust their operation in accordance with the county's Safer at Home order. And on April 6th, the City Council passed a temporary moratorium on commercial evictions for tenants that have been impacted by COVID-19.
What do businesses need to know about the city's temporary commercial eviction moratorium due to the coronavirus pandemic?
The temporary commercial eviction moratorium protects tenants from evictions if they have been impacted by COVID-19. This order is effective from March 16, 2020 to July 31, 2020. During this period, no commercial landlord should try to evict a tenant for non-payment of rent if the tenant demonstrates a loss of income. Your business is eligible for protections under this ordinance if you were either required to close or modify business operations as part of the Safer at Home order, or if you voluntarily closed your business to protect the health and safety of the public, and you are able to provide documentation that demonstrates a financial loss.
If a commercial renter's been financially impacted by COVID-19 and they're unable to pay rent, what should they do?
Commercial tenants should notify their landlord in writing as soon as possible of their inability to pay rent, but no later than 30 days after rent is due. Tenants must provide documentation that demonstrates their financial impact as soon as they can, but they are provided up to 90 days to supply that information. Now, this is an ongoing obligation through the duration of the local emergency. For example, if the tenant has notified their landlord of their inability to pay May's rent and they are not able to pay June's rent as well, then they need to tell their landlord of their inability to pay June's rent. The tenant should maintain an open line of communication with their landlord during this time. And if a tenant has suffered only a partial loss of finances, they must pay the prorated share of their rent that corresponds to the impact they've experienced. This is not rent forgiveness. The tenant must pay back all deferred rent within 6 months of the local emergency expiring.
What additional advice would you give to commercial tenants in the city?
These are unprecedented times for an unprecedented health crisis. We know that everyone is impacted. We expect both tenants and landlords to operate in good faith through this period. Tenants, pay as rent as you can, and landlords, please work out payment plans with your tenants. However, we understand that the terms of repayment can be difficult for both parties to agree to, and to help, the city has partnered with the West Hollywood Chamber of Commerce to administer mediation services to tenants and landlords impacted by COVID-19. For parties that are interested in obtaining mediation services, please visit the website www.wehochamber.com/mediation services, where you can go sign up for a meeting with a mediator who will help you and the other party find agreeable rent repayment terms.
Where can commercial tenants and workers find out more information regarding the city's temporary commercial eviction moratorium?
The city's coronavirus website has a comprehensive list of resources for businesses, employers, and employees. Please visit www.weho.org/coronavirus for more information on all the response efforts, programs, and resources provided by the city.
Are there other resources that the city has developed in response to the coronavirus pandemic that you'd like to highlight?
The city has developed a COVID-19 webinar series with weekly webinars providing technical assistance to business community, job resources for residents, and mental health resources for our community members. We have hosted 2 webinars on the temporary eviction moratorium for commercial tenants. And these webinars have been cataloged and are available to view on the city's coronavirus webpage. We are constantly updating the information on the website with the most recent guidelines on reopening businesses in accordance with the County Safer at Home order. You'll find links to helpful webinars hosted by the region's premier economic experts and information as it relates directly to your business in West Hollywood.
Are there additional resources that the city is advising members of the business community about in response to the coronavirus pandemic that you'd like to point out?
Yes. The city has collected a list of federal assistance programs, including the Small Business Administration loans. We are working diligently to stay abreast of the most recent state and federal legislation for business relief and constantly updating that website with more information.
Who can businesses and landlords contact if they have additional questions regarding commercial renter resources?
All additional questions can be sent directly to me. As the city's business development analyst, it's my duty to act as a liaison for the business community. My email is tworden, that's TWORDEN, @weho.org.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
The city understands that businesses are truly struggling right now, and we understand that our vitality is part and parcel to the success of our local businesses. We all have a vested stake in our future. Let's work together to get through this. #WeHoStrong.
Tara, thank you so much for joining us. And everyone, be sure and follow @WeHoCity on all social media for the latest updates from the city of West Hollywood on the coronavirus pandemic.